Okay, thank you. All right, guys, thank you. Thanks for joining us. So quick, but quick one. We were just driving through along the thought. We thought to just bring you a brief video. To update you about active work that's ongoing. So it relates to the construction of the two overpass bridges here along the Tottenham Boulevard, precisely in the Congo Town area. So as you all may be aware, I think few months, in fact just this month, of course, last month, in fact September 2nd, precisely if I can remember, the government of Liberia and China broke ground for the construction of these two overpass bridges here along this Tottenham precisely. So since the broke ground for effective work started right away. So as we speak currently now, there is some very active work ongoing here, because the bridge will also start around the SD Cooper Road area, fly over Boulevard Junction, and then stop somewhere at the Ministry of Health where we're standing currently, and then also eventually towards the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Ministerial Complex. So there are two places where active work is currently ongoing right now, as a station where we are, and then of course right at the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Ministerial Complex, somewhere right where they have Spoon FM, somewhere around there. So we'll just briefly show you what's happening here currently, and then we're gonna go to the Spoon FM area, the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Ministerial Complex area, and also show you the work that's ongoing. Not much, but I think active works have already started. The machines are digging, and we just wanted to show you. So let's go there quickly. You can start looking at it, in fact, from here. As you can see, the engineers are already out there. I see the Chinese engineer, they're supervising the other guys who are working. It looks like they're digging what looks like a huge pit. Come to think of it, bridges usually do have giant size payloads, especially for a project of this nature. So from what I'm looking at, they probably doing some digging. And you must have seen some pictures lately on social media, for those of you who are always online, of this particular location. Precisely, this is Boulevard. They've barricaded the place. If you see the fence there, they barricaded the place on the road, and so just so they can obstruct the traffic. Yes, so vehicles are passing freely, but at the same time the guys are doing their work here right here at Boulevard Junction. So if you notice, you're seeing the machines digging. The guys are doing. How you do, guys? Thanks for the work. So as you can see, the guys are doing some great work there, marking the spot, and at the same time the machine is digging out these giant sized rocks. But this is just a quick one. We just wanted to show you, as to what's happening, just so you see. Especially for those who have been having doubts about this project. It's actually happening. As you can see, the guys are digging, they're working effectively. And come to think of it, this is going to be almost every day. In fact, sometimes they do work at night. The engineers do work at night, so you never know. But now that this project I've already kick-started, we'll try our possible best most times to bring you up to speed as the project continues. So if you notice, they've already started cracking out the old road, the road itself. They've started cracking it piece by piece, space for this side. Now this project will also
you mind talking about the funding?
Sure, we'll talk about the funding also. In fact, speaking of funding, the project will also contain some additional ramps. So probably what's going on now might be, preparation towards that. Come to think of it, the bridge will fly over the actual road itself, but there's going to be some roads on the side, for other alternative routes also. So probably that's what's going on currently. But since we don't have an engineer here to give us updates, so we can see that, but we just wanted to show you guys what's happening currently. Just active work is ongoing here on the spot.
Okay, folks, so if you just joined us, we'd like to say welcome. My name is Yasa Suba, and I'm here with my colleague Anthony Williams and Ayesen Yeba.
So yes, I will just give us some overview of this project while we're here. For those who do not know, just give a little overview. I mean, speaking of funding, contractors or what.
Definitely. So talking about the fundings, let us bring you up to speed about this project. It's being sponsored by the government of the People's Republic of China in agreement with the Chinese government on China Aid or a grant. The contractor involved, they are the China Road and Bridge Corporation, CRBC. They will be carrying out construction in area mentioned. But however, folks, if you just joined us, we'd like to say we are right here around the Boulevard Junction, where the project involved the constructions of two bridges, overhead bridges, along the Tottenham Boulevard in Monrovia, particularly in the Congo Town area. So I think this will be a great one for us as Liberians, because this process, this overhead bridge, gonna help to reduce traffic, and help reduce traffic along the road. If you're going to a particular area and there is a huge traffic here, I think it will be a good one for us. We have ambulances that normally when people are taken to the various, hospitals, will get stuck in traffic. So it will be a good one for even the drivers, people that are pedestrians, to shorten, the route to go to the various locations. So I mean, it is a good one for Liberians. So folks, kindly leave your concern in the comment section. But this is where we are now. We are right around the Boulevard Junction, opposite the Ministry of Health, bringing you this live coverage. So if you just joined us, we'd like to say thank you so kindly. Kindly stick and stay with us as we bring you full details of what's happening here, opposite the Ministry of Health. So folks, let us go. Let us show you what's happening here.
Sure. So we just wanted to give another view from this angle. If you know the famous Jones Christian Academy, right before the Jones Christian Academy, that's where we are currently. And come to think of it, the fence for these buildings that you see here were somewhere around where we are, somewhere closer to the road. But if you notice, they've all built new fence. They've built a new fence for their structure, because the project will come this far, come to think of it. So that's one reason why they've pushed them behind a little bit. And then other construction project, the Ministry of Public Works and the government of Liberia, they rough payment. They had to, pay for people who had their structures in their way. Yeah, definitely.
But I think Anthony is also a good one for us as Liberians, because there are a lot of times we have people leaving from their homes to go to town, to go to their workplaces, and sometimes you notice that there is a huge traffic along the road. So for the fact that the government, otherwise the People's Republic of China, also in partnership to to, build this overhead bridge, I mean, it's a cool one for us as Liberians.
Obviously, I mean, that's the major reason, because if you look at the project design and specifics, in the overview, you notice that one of the main reasons is to help to decongest, to traffic around these specific locations, the Boulevard Junction area, the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Ministerial Complex area, and then the ELWA Junction, obviously, especially now that ELWA Junction has a roundabout, and then once you leave the bridge, you just drive a few meters, and then you make your rounds and head to wherever you're going. It will obviously help to decongest traffic once it's done. I can guarantee you. I'm not an engineer necessarily, but from what I see, I mean, those plying the roads will have other alternatives. In fact, as part of the project design, the Congo Town back road is also expected to be worked on. So, I mean, come to think of it, once Congo Town back road can be worked on, enlarged, there's going to obviously be a free flow of traffic. Yes, I also, as per the project design, SKD Stadium itself should have some intervention to help, decongest traffic. I think basically should be a crossing point or something might be erected over there, or another design of the road might be, as part of the contract. And also, if speaking of, now that we're seeing active work, but come to think of it, when real work starts, I know work have already started, but when it gets to a point where, I mean, roads will be blocked and all of that, the Ministry of Public Works have identified 2 places, and I might not get the actual name of these roads, but if you know the area called Paco Island in Congo Town, it's somewhere right behind former President Taylor's house. So there's a road that leads to the old road within that neighborhood. Once you drive into Paco Island, the road goes straight to the old road. I've been informed that the Ministry of Public Works have started marking houses that are along that particular road, because they want to use another one somewhere around the ministerial complex that leads to the old road. Also, the Ministry of Public Works have identified that one also to be used as a detour. So obviously, because once the work gets to a certain extent here, there's going to be, it's going to be difficult to ply this particular route. So obviously, that's the so something the Ministry of Public Works decided to do to help maybe ease the traffic, or to create a free flow of movement. Of course, the JPM freeway is there, though it's quite a longer option, but obviously I can guarantee you it will be an alternative for those who will be going to town as work here continues. But let's show you maybe a few more times, then we can go to the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Ministerial Complex, where there's also active work ongoing. They've barricaded that particular place too, just like they've done with this one. Yes, sure. So I mean, just so you can have a glimpse, they're cracking these rocks, digging. Yeah, come to think of it, it's quite a rocky area. So, there's going to be some serious work that's going to be done here. I mean, in this project, in the way, especially for those who are following, those in the comment section, the conversation about who should take credit and what have you, how we Liberians, talk about giving credit to people for projects and all of that. I mean, yeah, credit is due. Credit is needed where it's due, respectfully. But again, this has been a result of progress being made by several governments over the years. So credit can go across the board, obviously. But you can thank the current government for the kind of effort they've made, because obviously they've made some push, to ensure that grounds could be broken for this project. Chinese Ambassador Yin Chin-Wu and President Boakai, September 2nd precisely did break ground for this project.
And besides, Anthony, I mean, this project, come to think of it, is going to benefit us as Liberians. So, I mean, it's something that we all should be grateful for.
Yeah, I think Liberians are grateful for this. Obviously, I mean, I don't think there's anyone anywhere who doesn't who doesn't like development. We all do. I mean, So yes, you're right. Obviously, it's going to benefit us. One thing I also wanted to talk about. I mean, like, it has been, concerted efforts being made by several governments over the years. Still do remember there was this diplomatic scuffle about Liberia voting against China, something. But the Chinese ambassador the other time made it clear to a reporter of Africa Camara that the project wasn't stalled because of Liberia's decision, at the diplomatic front. But again, how these things work. So, but one can say thanks to, the current Minister of Public Works and his team, for pushing for China to take keen interest in starting this project. So we like to say thanks for watching. We'll just walk on that other end and show you, and then we can make our way to the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Ministerial Complex, so we can show you the other portion where there is also active works ongoing. Yes, but thanks for watching. Leave your comments. That's a Liberian. Yeah, maybe we should just read some comments for those of you who are watching. 124 of you are on here watching this video, and we'd like to say thanks to you for joining and leaving your concerns. So let's see the few comments that are visible. Let's see if we can read them. Someone says they're watching us. This is Abu Pohomu, provider Abdullah, is it? Yes, Abdullah Abu Pohomu. Forgive me if I got it wrong, but he says we're watching you. I'm watching you from my comfortable zone, Blackton Town, Lower Carisburg District. Yes, District number 1. And then Evelyn Davis says congratulations. Satanapoli says thanks for the update, LNTV staff. You're welcome. And then Moses Kelomo says congratulations, I'm following you guys from Salala, Bon County. How is it there in Bon County? And then also Joseph Jutumu Davis. That sounds familiar. Joseph Jutumu Davis says, Bobwagala baby. The famous term, eh? Yeah. That's an interesting one. Evelyn Davis is surprised. She said, whoa, nice one. And then Radio Joy Africa. Oh, guys, Radio Joy Africa TV is also following us. Yes, these guys usually do follow our work, and thank you there. Thanks to the guys there at Radio Joy Africa TV. Thanks always for following, and thanks always for sharing our work. We really do appreciate. Evelyn Davis said, long live our leaders. Evelyn is actually active on here. She's got up to 3 comments already. Thanks so much for leaving your concern, Evelyn. Mike Bounce, nice name, man. I've not heard that someone's last name is Bounce, but that's a nice one. Okay, no, he's right. Yes, I've heard it. He's following us from Banga, Bon County. He says JMB strong. Thank you, Mark. No, he said Make, M-A-K-E. No, I think the person name is hilarious. Make Bounce. Quite interesting. Robert K. Zizi says congratulations. Yeah, probably some kind of nickname. Robert Zizi says congratulations in advance. Lamin King says thank you guys for your hard work. Habaku too is watching us from Zwedru. Yes, thanks for watching us from Zwedru, Habaku. And then especially for those the other day, the Ministry of Public Works made it clear that they have kickstarted their autopause road construction activities. This means roads in the southeast, in Zwedru, in the River says in where they have active projects. There's going to be active work ongoing in those places now as we speak. So thank you guys for following us. Thanks for watching, and thanks for leaving your comments. We'll go to the next area just to show you similar work is ongoing there. We'll just go there and show you quickly, and then we can call it a quit. But thanks for following. This is active work ongoing here at the Boulevard Junction on the construction of the 2 overpass bridges that are being undertaken by China. My colleague Yasai and I will go to the next location. Thanks for watching.